Let's have a look at one more case study. Talking to the right people by talking to the right networking partners. Now, this salesman decided that they needed to talk to rich people. They were his audience for the service he offered, which was in financial services, and he could do investment and tax planning for them. Very important for the wealthy, because they're the ones who could, if they don't organise their affairs properly, pay the highest levels of tax at various different stages throughout their life. So he wanted to know how was he going to get in touch with all these rich people he wanted to talk to. Now, obviously, he could go knock on their door, but with the best one in the world, they didn't know who he was and no reason to do business with him. So it's not an easy way in there. It can be done, but it's not an easy way in there. So he worked out, what other ways can I get in touch with these people? And he realized that these people all had one thing in common. They had professional advisors looking after things for them. Solicitors, accountants, stockbrokers. Oh, so this salesperson realized what he needed to do was to start networking with solicitors, accountants, stockbrokers, and all these sorts of types of people. Because if he did that, they could introduce him to their rich customers. And that's exactly what he did. And shortly after that, he was introduced to a very wealthy CEO of, he was chairman of a public company with a product name that was exceedingly well known in this particular country, in England, where he was. And he did business with them. And essentially, he'd worked out, discussed with the professional advisor, the accountant, all the things that he wanted him to be looked at. He came up with a proposal. The technical, the accountant sort of said, "Yeah, that looks great." And do you know how long it took to get the customer to say yes? Well, it was less than 10 minutes. Less than 10 minutes. Why? Well, the thing about trust is that it doesn't have to be with you. It can be with the person who introduced you. And when they have that trust and they introduce you, then you get the trust that the person has of this person. Because they know they would not introduce them to somebody they didn't trust themselves. And that's critical. So the net result of that is that you are talking to a prospect who trusts you, even though you may only have met him 10 minutes ago. And that's important. So when you network, you need to network with people who really are going to talk to the audience you are interested in. There's no point in just networking with just anybody, because it's like stopping people in the street and say, "Do you want to buy my products?" You need to have £500,000 in investments. Well, I don't have that. What the hell are you talking to me about? And that's the point, is that you need to make certain you're talking to the right people. And that includes, when you're networking, to the right networking people, because you don't want to work with people who are not going to talk to people who you can help. This guy did. And this was just one of the clients that he had it with. So he became very, very successful, because he was now in the 7-figure bracket. Not bad for just deciding that professionals were the people to talk to. It's not always the prospects you want to talk to first, and this is a key point. Networking is incredible, but it took this salesman from very average production to very above average. So he became in the top few percent of the industry worldwide. Not bad, eh?